Hi guys, today we are looking into this retro style digital camera, really beautiful one. It has a lot of functions, but of course it's not a DSLR camera, not a high quality camera, but it still has a lot of functions, comes with decent quality. So I'm going to show you everything what you get and how to use it, how to transfer the pictures, and I'm showing you a lot of live footage so you can see how good the quality really is. So stay tuned till the very end of the video. And so here we have the box with some description, especially some specs here on the side. More information here, but let's see what we get. So here's some instructions manual, but I guess it's a little bit too much to show everything. Yeah, I think there's a decent amount of information, especially for the beginning. Doesn't show everything, but I'm going to show you a lot anyway. So here's more. So everything comes basically in two boxes. So here's the first box. Looks like we get also nice carry bag. I can already feel that's the camera. Really nice, beautiful one. You can see from all the sides. As far as I can see, everything is plastic. There's no metal, or at least not a lot of metal, but it looks decent. And I would say also the housing has a decent quality. What we get here, hot shoe on top, not only cold shoe. You get this hook for a hand strap. Yeah, really nice. I'm going into that a little bit later. So let's also take out the accessories. Here we get this charging and data transfer cable, USB-C, really nice. Then 32 gigabytes memory card, also really good. And we get even two batteries. That's really awesome if you want to make a lot of pictures, lots of videos. Protection for the camera lens. Then we get even a USB power supply. And it comes even with an HDMI cable, full-size HDMI to mini HDMI, so you can use it directly here for the camera. Then the hand strap can just hook in here for extra safety, and then some cleaning towel for the lens. But we do not get an external charger, so we have to charge the batteries inside of the camera. But looks like they are pretty large batteries with a lot of power, 800 milliamps. And so we turn it around, open it down here, and we can see we have also the opening for the micro SD card. So we take it out. Now we are inserting the micro SD card with the pins, the metallic pins facing the back of the camera. So we push it here inside, really nice. If you want to release it, maybe to transfer then the pictures to a computer, we can just push in again, then we can take it out and then use, for example, such a micro SD card reader and put this into a computer if you don't have a reader for that itself. But of course we can also use the data transfer cable to transfer the images. That's even much easier. I'm going to show you that later. So I'm putting the micro SD card back, and now we are adding the battery with the red arrow where we have this gray clip here. We have to just push it a little bit up and then push it inside. We hear this clicking and then it's safe. We just push it down and it's fully locked. What we have here is also this really nice standard 1/4 inch tripod mount, so we can use any kind of tripod. Also something really good. So it's really solid build. We have also this camera light, and of course we have to remove the camera protection for best image quality. So what I found is that this thing is not just a ring, this is really a cover. Looks like it's thin glass or so, maybe some protection. Let's see if we can add it here. Yeah, we can screw this here inside, maybe some a little bit additional protection. Also easier to clean, so we don't have to touch the inside. It says UV, maybe some UV filter. Let's see if we can still add the cover. Yeah, that fits here on top. Okay, but there is nothing like no strap or so. You have to be careful not to lose it. But there's an opening here. Maybe you could use something and attach it also here. At least we have that. And of course, before we can use that, we have to give a full charge. We open this here on this side. We can see we have the mini HDMI. We have the USB-C for the charge and for the transfer. And we even have the audio here. And according to the instructions, this is a microphone port 3.5 millimeter. So we could use an external microphone. That's also something which we don't see in all the cameras. So we are using the power supply with the original cable and plug it in here on this side to give it a charge. You can see the red light, so you have to wait till the light turns off and then we have a full charge. And if you want to charge the second battery, then of course we have to remove first battery, insert this one and give it a full charge too, and then we have 2 full batteries. Always make sure that this thing is fully closed to have good protection. And then we can turn it on here with this button. You can see that here. So we just push shortly, we get the welcome and we get information what we have selected here. That's really nice. So we have really fast access to a lot of the functions. Now we are in the photo mode, which you can see here on top. By the way, this is not a touch screen, but I think it has pretty decent quality. You can see it really nicely from all the sides and it's also pretty bright, so you can easily see it also outside in direct sunlight, of course. But we can switch here to the camera mode or video mode. So every time when we rotate this, it will show where we are. Now we are in the setup and now motion detection. We have so many functions: slow motion, time-lapse recording, time-lapse photo, multi-snapshot, normal camera and video. So that's really nice here described because of the icons are pretty small. So if you're wearing reading glasses, that's a huge advantage that you can see here really large what we have. The good thing is that we can also use it and charge it at the same time. So when the battery is low, for example, you can see we can turn it on and it will work and keeps charging. So we can also use it as a PC camera like webcam, and so we put it in the mode which we need, for example normal photo mode, and we point it towards the object and then we hit the shutter release button just lightly. You can see we get this yellow mark and after that we get beeping confirmation that it is focusing or it has been successfully focusing. We get this green frame and then we can fully press. So this is how it works. Of course, with the video mode, I think there is no focusing needed. We don't have this. As soon as we hit the shutter release button just a little bit, it will just start recording. We can see that here with this red button, and so we can stop it at any time. We can also pause it. In pretty much all the modes we have also a menu with the settings. So for example here in this camera mode we hit the menu and then we have a lot of settings. For example the modes, you can see we have so many different modes. We have automatic mode, but we have also sports, party, beach and a lot of different things. But we can also adjust the resolution. When we hit the OK, can see we can increase it up to 48 megapixels. So I keep it on 24 megapixel here, which I think is already decent. And then we have also beauty function. We have time-lapse photo. We have normal shooting, self-timer, exposure correction, white balance change. We have different quality settings, sharpness, different effects. You can see different filters, different ISO, even anti-shake, but that's only available in the photo mode and not in the video recording mode. We have even face detect and smiley capturing automatic. And now I'm going to show you the settings in the video mode, which is a very important mode, of course. And when we are in the video mode, we also press the menu and then we have the different video settings. You can see here we have an automatic mode, we have night mode, we have portrait mode, we have landscape, we have backlight, special sports mode, party mode, beach mode, high ISO mode. So I'm selecting the automatic mode here. But we have much more settings. We have the movie, different movie size, different resolution up to 4K. So I'm using here only 1080p. And we have also beauty mode, we have time lapse settings, then we have some exposure correction, white balance correction, sharpness correction, different effects, even ISO. So you can see there is a ton of functions. And now let's also try this flash or video light. So maybe let's test with the video mode. And so on the right side we have this dedicated light. So we hit this and you can see we get this video light. It's pretty strong, I would say. Of course, it doesn't replace a full-size video light, but this can be still very helpful. You can see the difference here, pretty nice. It's just on or off, but in the photo mode we have different options. So here we are in the camera mode, and so we have the fill-in flash, we have it off, and we have it in the automatic mode. So let's try with this fill in. It's focus and we hit it and you can see it is working like as a flash. And after that, of course, we want to see the photos and videos, and we have a ton of different options. We can see it directly here with this playback button, and so we can go left and right and check the images, and not only the pictures but also the videos. For example, I have made a selfie test here, so we can hit the shutter release button to start playing. And you can see it has also a speaker built in, not only a microphone. So I'm going to play that here directly from the file, so we can see a little bit better the quality and hear the audio. Selfie and voice recording test, selfie and voice recording test. And so we can go back, maybe play this here from inside. You can see there is no stabilization. What we can do here, we can increase the speed in the player. That's good, 2 times or even 4 times. Of course, it's not a high-speed player or so, but I think it does a decent job. Again, no stabilization. Stabilization is only available in the photo mode. Can start, stop it, and go back to the next image. Yeah, what we have also here, what I wanted to show you is the angle. So we are here in the camera mode, and when I go close to this 90 degrees angle, you can see it is a little bit less than 90 degrees. With a 90 degrees angle, you would see the left corner and the right corner, but you can't see that unless you go pretty far away. But when you're closing up, you can see less. It's a little bit hard to guess how much, but definitely quite below 90 degrees. But on the other hand, we have a zoom, we have a live zoom here that can be pretty helpful. So we can hold this here and we can increase the zoom to a certain level when we just keep holding. I mean, we can of course do this also step by step, but we can keep it holding as long as it's in the safe mode. But we can even increase that by holding. You can see we can go pretty close, but of course it says then, yeah, it can be a little bit noisy or so, or not perfect quality, and then zooming out the same thing again. And the same thing is in the video mode, and the really nice thing is we can even use the zooming while we are recording. Of course here it's a little bit too close, but outside it does a really good job, I would say. But the really cool stuff is when we are outside, you can see these really nice colors, nice green. Also the tree here, by the way, this is also a sample of the zooming. Here I've been zooming out, then we are a little bit closer and I'm fully zoomed in. So you can see really nice zoom performance, and also here really nice red, nice green, and also the blue. We can see that later. Here another sample of the zooming, and the cool thing is that it's adapting to this area. You can see it's very bright, almost nothing to see, but when we are getting closer here with the zooming, and I haven't been walking, I've just been zooming in here with these buttons, you can see in a sudden the illumination is much better, and even in the zoomed in picture we can even zoom in more. Of course it's not super sharp anymore, but it's quite impressive what we still see here. But of course much more details when we zoom in this image. We can also go to the side, zoom in even more. It's pretty nice, I would say. And then we have a video. I play that quickly here. So when we move up, we can see the clouds and really nice blue here from the sky. Even when we look through the tree,
That's pretty cool. I think we cannot go super close, but I think we can close up pretty nicely. You can see that also here on the tree. And also in this video from the backyard, you can see good colors, really nice blue sky and the green of the trees. And even when I turn around, really almost straight into the sun, we can see a pretty impressive dynamic range. You can see now I'm pointing almost straight towards the sun, and the illumination, everything is really good. So absolutely no problem. I've seen many cameras highly struggling with such situations, and here absolutely no problem. And here corresponding images. And when we have an image on the side, when we have been recording or like making a picture like that, we can go into playback. And then in the menu we have this rotation. We hit the OK, we select 90 degrees, and now we have it correctly. So definitely decent quality of the images and videos. But we cannot only watch this here, but we can also take out the microSD card, put it into card reader, and then have it like on a computer, or we can connect it with the USB-C cable. So I have here my phone with an OTG adapter. So I connect it here, and it will ask if I want to use it as a PC camera or access the files. So I confirm here with OK, and we see it shows up here, and it says 1.4 gigabytes of storage, like videos and images here from OTG. So I can go to DCIM, media, and then I have all the images and videos here. I select a player, and so I can go through all the images, all the videos, and you can see here, yeah, even better, really nice quality, good colors, really awesome blue, and even quite some details here to see. But instead of using a smartphone with an OTG adapter, we can also connect the camera directly to a PC, USB-C to USB-A, and it asks again if you want to use this as a storage. So I confirmed, and it has added USB drive D. So I can click on that, open folder with file viewer, and here we have the DCIM, double click, and then even one folder down, and now we have everything here, all the JPEGs, all the AVIs from the videos. And so we can watch it directly from here, or we can copy it to the storage of the computer. So let's click here. Of course, it's highly recommended to copy or move it from here to the computer. After that, it will be much faster, especially for videos. So when you're watching it from here, then it takes quite some time, but you can see how good this thing really is. Of course, photos and videos are not comparable to a top smartphone of 2023, but I think for such a camera it's pretty decent. Of course, we can see that especially when we are zooming in, watch these details here. Pretty nice detail level even when something is pretty far away. And even here inside with absolutely no additional light, does a good job. So I think this can be a really nice solution, especially for kids, teenagers, or if you want something which is not connected to a phone, can work fully independent, doesn't require any Wi-Fi or so, absolutely independent. You just use the storage here inside. You can see pretty nice. Can see here also a sample in the backyard or the front yard. It's not doing a bad job. There is no dedicated stabilization, but I think there is some stabilization built in. I mean, when I compare it to some devices which definitely don't have any stabilization, like tablets or so, which we are still buying, they are really bad. So this does a much better job on video recording. But of course, yeah, again, it's not comparable to like a top smartphone in 2023. Absolutely no way. But it has some very interesting functions. I mean, we have the time lapse, we have the slow motion, we have so many interesting things. So this could be also a really nice gift, I would say, for kids, teenagers, or so why not? And if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.